Runner Parts, guys. We are in the shop as usual. Got some shipments here getting ready to go out. Got some catalytic converters, evap canister, uh, gasket for the hood, armrest, and that is a rear cargo door cladding, whatever you want to call it, door panel for the hatch. So yeah, guys, been getting everything organized in here. Had a bunch of catalytic converters on this shelf yesterday. Got everything cleared out except for the little crossover pipe. I believe that comes off the V8s from like the 03 to 04. Trying to make some room for these harnesses. Got these good old headliners in here, taking up tremendous amount of space. If you guys are local and you need a headliner, reach out. I got with sunroof, without sunroof. I believe I have a beige tan one in the back as well that's in decent condition. And getting a lot more parts organized into the trays, getting things listed. I got to list a bunch of these handles. We also have some of the little kick plates for your foot, and then headlight bezels, fill panels, whatever you want to call them. Rear view mirrors, random little buttons, side curtain airbag off. Just been kind of filling everything up and going through inventory, getting everything situated. Some stuff is not listed, some stuff is. As of right now, I think there's about 333, give or take, items that are listed in the eBay store. That eBay link is in the description down below, guys. There's a sale going on right now with eBay as well, so you should be able to apply that sale for an extra little savings. And a lot of this stuff will ship out same day. Some stuff can take 24 to 48 hours. I have some radio brackets, radios I need to get listed. I believe some of these need listed as well, door stoppers. And then I have a whole nother tub of handles. I also have a bunch more doors out back. This is the fire shield for your hood. Bunch of gaskets that I gotta get off the ground. Gotta get them on the wall. Just been trying to make room in here, guys. It's literally tight spaces, tight quarters in here. Got some headlights. Some of these have broken little tabs on them. So as you can see, like they're supposed to look like that. This one looks like that. So I don't know if I don't think it's missing the piece. I think it's actually broken. So I have these just kind of as parts because sometimes people will want like the little, see if I can find one that's easier to get to over here. So sometimes people will want those little rubber gaskets on the back. So I part out everything. This is my shit shelf. So this is basically, cladding on here. Some of the cladding might be cracked or have excessive broken tabs. Like this one has a couple broken tabs over here. So if they're in not very good shape, those are going to get sold at a discount to people who might want to try to save those. Shifter assemblies that have like broken bushings, no slop. I have all those available for parts. Anything and everything that would normally get tossed, a lot of that stuff is available over here for parts, guys. So heat shields for exhaust underneath, those are all on eBay. These are all listed on eBay as well. Leather tan armrest. I usually sell the armrest itself online, I think for like $179 or so, but this would come out. That would come out, and then if it wasn't leaning back so far like that, it would be fine. But we got a little liner, seats, bottom cushions. If you guys are looking for just like a new replacement buckle or a headrest or a random piece of plastic that you're missing on the side of a seat, anything at all, 2003 to 2009 Toyota 4Runner, guys. I got airbox assemblies, seat belts, ECUs, radio bezels, you name it. I mean, there's literally stuff all above my head. So, you name it, guys. Steering sensors, there's gas tank door lids, tons of speedometers. A lot of these speedometers are 5-speed. I just checked them the other day, so I don't have very many 4-speeds in stock. Majority of the trucks I get are going to have the 5-speed A750. A lot of this cladding here just got listed on eBay, so that's 5 pieces of cladding. I still have another section of cladding up here. I have all the rear quarter sections for the fender. A lot of these are listed, different colors. Looks like a majority of them are driver, but there's probably still a few passenger side. Airbags, you guys. Side curtain airbags. Have probably 3 or 4 sets of those. A ton more harnesses for your main engine fuse box, which also connects usually, I think, to the starter. I believe they have the starter cable on that one. Lots of these doors. Let me turn this light on so you guys can actually see back here in the back of the shop bay here. So this is also a DIY auto shop, guys. But the main business here is AZ 4Runner parts. So as you can see here, we got AC airbox assemblies. This is just the blower motor section. And then over here, we have the main center section with like all your actuators and control for everything else. Fenders, fender flares, different door colors, guys. I have the darker blue, Pacifica blue, galactic gray, some white, a lot of galactic gray. It's very popular. Rear hatch doors. I have this one here. The hatch actuator with the motor just sold out of this one, but I have another truck out here, another one over here. So they're all over the place. But we got some steering racks, transmissions, just a bunch of random nonsense that still needs to be gone through and organized. These are frames that are not complete, you guys. You can see that the rear section has been completely chopped off here. So these are both V6 frames. If you guys are needing a front section, maybe you were in a front end crash and you want to replace a section of the frame, I can cut this here. I can cut it over here. It can be cut in very numerous areas. Just keep in mind, the more that I cut, the more costly that your shipping is going to be. Some people just need the middle bar. So let's see if I can find it here. So this is for your upper mounts, for your upper links for the rear upper links. And so you can see these are rust free from Arizona, guys. There's nothing wrong with this. It's a clean frame, but they sat here for so long in this condition that I just, no one wanted to buy them whole. Most people want a rolling chassis. So I just went ahead and just started chopping these things up. First thing to go was the rear. So the rear on both of these has been cut off. That one was cut a little bit longer per a customer request. These are listed on the eBay. So you can kind of request where you want your frame cut. And that request is only going to be available for a little bit longer because I am making room for these doors in here. So a lot of these doors are duplicates, which is the galactic gray. So if I have a lot of galactic gray doors, they will get stripped down completely from speakers, harnesses, seals on the inside. So you have your inside seal here, and then you also have the other seal that would normally sit on the other side against the body, so they would kind of pinch together. So those seals are all over here on the wall. These guys right here, all black. But they're not just all black. They do have a color to them. So if you guys can see, there's a section that would go around the trim on the inside. And so some of them are tan. These are tan. And then a lot of these over here are all gray. So there is a color difference on the inner seal, is what I call them. Those are all $30 plus shipping, right around 40, 45 bucks with shipping. But you also have the outer seal. And so sometimes these will get ripped. Someone did something here, probably because their inner seal was bad. But sometimes these will rip. And I don't have an example, because if I do, I usually toss them. But we've gone through about 15 doors, give or take. And I have probably another 15, give or take, that I need to remove. So I have, as you can see over here, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 doors over here. There's probably another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another 9 over here. So there's 19 doors, 20 with this one, just on this side of my shop. And I still have one here. I got 3 on that one, 4 on that one. And then I have all these over here. So I do make deals. You know, if you guys are local and you guys want to come pick these up, because shipping these doors is quite expensive and quite risky, in my opinion, just because you got to box them up, crate them, you know, build a pallet for them so they're protected, so that way they don't get damaged from anything. So it can just, you know, the cost of palletizing it almost costs more than what I want to sell you the door for. Complete doors with no cladding, I usually sell for like $100. I sell glass alone for 60. So, you know, you would get glass and everything basically on it. You get the speaker, you know, whatever, you know, actuator, whatever's still on these things, you would get. But when I start pulling the labor off these things, you know, we're talking hours and hours of labor to get all these parts off of these. And it's just very, very time consuming, guys. I actually bring in help because I have people renting out my lift. I have a lot of different stuff going on. And so these doors over here, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 doors. So it's just crazy. Like 35 doors sitting inside the shop right now. And that's not including the hatches. There's 5 hatches sitting up front. So, I mean, there's an extremely large amount of parts in here. And so we're going to make some room. eBay store is updated, guys. There's dashboards. These are really hard to ship. You know, I got 5 dashboards here and 2 more at my house. So, and I have, I think, another one out there that needs pulled. And then also, guys, I just made a little bit of room right here. As you can see, there's a rolling frame that just got picked up yesterday for Chicago, I believe, or upstate New York, I'm sorry. Upstate New York. The one at the house is going to Chicago. So I was hoping to see a truck here this morning, but it wasn't delivered. They said it might be. So it'll probably be here by Monday, hopefully. They originally said Wednesday, but then they were like, oh, driver might be there tomorrow night. But I think it was raining, so he probably decided not to come. There's still, I don't know if you guys can see all these sprinkles. This is Arizona, you guys. We got sprinkles going on right now. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is a bright sun just right there. I mean, you know, there's a little bit of rain over here, rain clouds, but it's literally sprinkling. Like there's still drops coming down, and the sun is just out shining and blinding you. Nowhere else is that going to happen except for Arizona, you guys. Maybe it happens other places, but we see it pretty frequently. So wire harnesses, gas tanks, gas pumps, C-panels. I had a whole shelf of C-panels. If you guys have followed the channel, you've seen the shelves before in the past. This whole shelf right here was completely full of C-panels. And I took all of them because they don't really sell. They sell, I think I've sold like maybe like 3 in the last like 3 years. So it's not very often. But I took all of these parts. See if I can find them in here. So all of these, so these are where you would typically put your shelf. So you have like a hard shelf that would fold down on a piano hinge and needs to lock in to these guys. So there's usually one on the upper, one on the lower. The lower ones, let's see if I can find the lower ones. These guys. So these are the lowers. You can see that they have the same locking sides. So I have a few of those in gray and tan. Those break. They're very hard to get out. And these also sometimes break. So you can see there's one broken clip right there, but all these are good. Some of these are in better shape than others not. But we try to save everything in case someone needs something. A lot of these get junked. I had a scrapper come by here yesterday and said that he scraps quite a bit of 4th gens, actually. I was sad to hear that. But they're usually crashed, he said, so that's okay, I guess. But these are all parts under this box. These are all things that I have to go through and organize. So like this little thing right here needs to be moved over there. And, you know, there's just these right here need to be placed up here. But everything has a hook, you guys. So there's roughly, this is my 3rd set of hooks I've bought. So these guys right here is what holds everything up, as you can see. So pretty cool little neat design. Little roof hooks. Roof, whatever you want to call them. But those are very handy. And I want to say I have close to about 250 items on the top up there. Roof, whatever you guys want to call it. You guys might be laughing at me, that's alright. My friends love it. So more cladding, guys. These are blue, and there's a galactic gray hiding behind there. Some more cladding hiding back here. Lots of headrest. You might not see something. Say something, reach out. az4runnerparts@gmail.com is a really good way to get a hold of me, just by email. If you don't need a quick response, I'll usually get back to you within like 24 hours on there. Otherwise, if you text me, 602-699-1720, that's my cell. You can find me online, AZ4Runner Parts. Have all my contact info there for the email and the phone number and the website. But we have a frame swap coming up next month. That'll be frame swap number 5. This is a V8 2004. So this is the donor. We got the engine and transmission already pulled on this thing. Still has quite a bit of interior on this one that needs pulled, guys. Literally just got the ECU out for the guy who bought the engine. It's got a pretty decent looking dash. Unfortunately, that speaker's got a crack in it. And then for those of you with the speaker that's cracked and nasty, we have a new mole that's going to cover this area and allow you to mount your RAM mounts right directly to it. So it's pretty clean looking. We're going to be posting that hopefully soon. We're just getting some final revisions, I think, done to it. but I am working with Nomadic Overland. He does drawer systems. He also does a bunch of other stuff. But stay tuned for that, guys. That is designed by yours truly, and made to realization by wonderful David over there at Nomadic. So nice gray carpet. Obviously it's get some of the dirtiness in here in the corners, which can be cleaned out. Those tend to get soda and stuff dripped from over the sides from everything people eating in there. Some not too bad seats on the bottom, so if you guys need any bottom tan cushions, these ones are not terrible. There's no terrible rips. They use a little wash. Good to go. Cushions require those hog ties and everything to be taken apart and removed. It's not too terrible. I charge $125 for a bottom cushion plus shipping, so right around I'd say right about $150 or so, give or take, for shipping, maybe a little more. The hatch on this thing is immaculate. Already sold the rear trim piece. I don't really hold anything, you guys, so if I have something listed and you're like, oh, I wish I could have something on that, like, don't be afraid to ask. Like, if you need a hatch actuator, you need the wiper arm, you need the wiper motor, like maybe you want the letters on the back of the lift gate, like those are $2 a letter. Whatever you guys are looking for, let me know. The only thing I try not to separate is the lights and the spoilers, because otherwise it's really hard to sell a spoiler with no light. And the paint on this thing is just really, really nice. So stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. It may still be available, but bumper sections on the 03 to 05 are a lot easier to ship than the 06 Plus, just because these are a 3-piece bumper versus a 1-piece bumper. A nice galactic gray fuel door. Everything's for sale, you guys. Cladding, letters, you name it. Hubcaps. Maybe you want to buy the nuts. I got those too on the eBay store. But this is AZ 4Runner parts, guys. Had about 7 trucks back here. Management was getting a little antsy with me, so I've calmed it down to just a couple. But this one will be gone soon. This one's also sold on the frame, and this one is pretty much gutted on the inside. The carpet in this thing also is pretty nice, except for the one section. I'll come back to that in a sec. But with a nice vacuum, I mean, this carpet is nice. That's the only bad spot right there, which is probably where their foot went. Probably had a big old foot. That's my guess, because I got the same rip in mine, but on the brake, I think. But body mount bushings. This drawer system in here has some nice drawer slides on it. The actual drawer system itself is probably not the greatest, but it's $100 if you're in the Phoenix area and you guys are looking for a makeshift drawer system, or you just want to buy the slides. Some pretty beefy looking slides, actually. Little paint spill in here. Some of the seats were not the greatest. I had to toss this seat. That seat, I believe, looks decent, but I need to get the drawer system out before I can really get to that and remove it. Headliner in this one also, not bad. Grab handlebars. All this stuff is for sale, guys. Steering wheel. It's got some wear on it. Probably not the greatest, but the airbag and the buttons are available. Everything else is a good shifter. Lots of good parts on this one. This is a 06, 07, I believe. So cladding, doors, handles, you name it, guys. Everything's available. Just not the rolling chassis. That's already sold. But if you need a V6 rolling chassis, right where I'm standing will be a V6 rolling chassis here, hopefully by Monday morning. I'm not sure the color on that one. I believe it's black or gray or something. I'm not really too sure. I don't even know if it's 4-wheel drive or if it runs or what. I don't really know much about it. Gonna finish getting up in here and cleaning up. I think one person coming messaged and they're interested in a steering rack. They're coming before I go to lunch today. But we're gonna work on some more shipping, guys. Getting all your guys' stuff out. I appreciate everyone. Appreciate you watching the channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the like button. I will be doing a post every single time, as usual. Anytime a new truck comes in, I'll be posting a picture with that truck, letting you guys know what it is and availability. So stay tuned for the next one, hopefully Monday, Tuesday. Have a good day, guys. Good weekend.